Hey guys, it's Nathan, and after a very long break from the Kygo videos, I'm excited to finally break down for you the astonishing 80s inspired production of Dancing Feet. We're gonna jump straight into the nostalgic piano intro, which starts with two of Kygo's favorite piano presets. The first one plays these jumpy chords, while his signature grand piano supports them with some octave bass notes. But to give it this nostalgic 80s feeling, the chords are layered with a bunch of vintage synthesizers and rumbler sounds from the 70s and 80s. We have two pianos, two synth patches, as well as two of these funky M1 clavinets, one of them only playing the bass notes. As a final touch, there's also this high string note underneath playing the key of the song to add some tension. This one consists of a filtered Solina string machine as well as some vintage strings from Nexus. Going into the verse, the two rumbler pianos as well as the M1 clavinet gets filtered down playing full chords. But that alone would be too boring for the verse. Therefore, Kygo added this dark filtered bass underneath, which gives you the feeling something is about to happen. The cool thing here is that they're not just following the root note. Kygo duplicated the bass notes one octave above and then added the fifth on top. This is called a power chord and very commonly played with electric guitars in rock or metal music. Next, we're coming to the pre-chorus, where Kygo added his signature grand piano, the Starchild synth from Sylenth, which he already used many times before, as well as a dreamy electric guitar that plays a simple arp pattern. Plus, we have this filtered dirty bass underneath. All of the sounds are getting filtered with a low-pass filter and open up to build into the chorus. Now let's get over to the chorus and the drop. Dancing Feet is an amazingly well done pop and dance production. And in fact, it was not only done by Kygo, but originally British producer David Stewart produced the idea of Dancing Feet for Ava Max. I'll show you a snippet of the demo in a second, but I believe David is also responsible for these amazing sounding horns, so let's break them down first. The first layer is just playing simple chords, but they have this nice movement and get louder towards the end of each chord. The second layer plays some more advanced chords as short steps following the rhythm of the drop piano. And the third and fourth layers both play these little fill melodies that are so signature for this song. The melody is duplicated over 4 octaves here. Layer 3 has a more bright and overcompressed sound, while layer 4 has this upfront vintage sound with some nice delay. I had to use quite a lot of processing to make them sound like this. If you want to know in detail how I did this, check out my pop brass tutorial, link is in the description. For the main pianos, we have both of Kygo's favorite grand pianos. The Starchild synth, which we already used in the pre-chorus, as well as this smooth sounding pad from Nexus with a bit crusher that adds this buzzing character to it. You may have already noticed it, but the chords are actually shifted forward by 1 beat, which means the chords always hit slightly earlier than the kick. This makes the chords sound a lot more punchy when sidechained. To add more groove, we have this funky rumbler stack, which is simply the sounds we already used in the intro, but more filtered down using Arturia's Mellowfy plugin. This is another sound that I believe was made by David Stewart instead of Kygo, because you can hear it in the original demo that was produced by him. The bass in the chorus is this epic sounding dark 80s brass, which Kygo also used in All for Love in his Say 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 remix before. The chorus only uses 3 chords, so to make the pattern more interesting, he put the D note, which is the first note, 1 octave higher in the second repetition. In the drop, there are 2 additional layers. A piano simply playing the bass notes, same as the dark 80s brass, as well as Kygo's funky signature bass from Sylenth1, jumping between the octaves to add more groove to the drop. The drop pianos also get an additional layer during the drop. Finally, let's check out the drums. Almost all of the drums and effects are from our best-selling sample pack Hot Stuff, which includes all the modern signature sounds of Kygo. It's currently on sale with a special bonus, but I'll come to that in a second. If you have a closer look at the kick and the snare, you can see that we're actually using two different kicks here. The second one is a lot quieter. This is because the snare has so much low end that it would interfere with the regular kick too much. So Kygo used a different kick here that is lower in volume and lighter so it doesn't clash with the snare. In his song Fever he used a similar technique, but this time he completely removed the kick underneath the snare. Then we also have an additional clap that gets layered with the snare. As always, Kygo used a bunch of loops to make the drop feel faster. This Oliver top loop that he used in Higher Love and Like It Is Before, as well as some hi-hats and tampering loops. Then we also have the snap and clap combo here right before the drop, as well as some drum fills. I also used one of the body kicks from Hot Stuff in the build-up here. Finally, a Kygo song needs these plucky muted guitars and percussions in the second half of the drop. We have a muted guitar from Nexus, as well as Logic's muted electric going into Kygo's favorite guitar rig preset called 3D Mangler. You may have heard this preset before in the making of Freeze. I sampled it from Logic and turned it into an Ableton sampler instrument. And to add some extra groove, we have this pan cowbell on top. If you like these type of groovy and plucky loops, I actually call these drop fillers, and you can find over 50 of them inside Hot Stuff. Hot Stuff is currently on sale with over 50% off. It includes Kygo's modern signature sound. On top of that, you're also getting the Ableton project file as well as a preset list with over 70 confirmed Kygo presets that are actually used by him. The sale lasts until January 3rd and is valid for all Kygo packs. Links are all in the description. And of course, if you already bought Hot Stuff, you get all these bonuses as well. Simply go to the video description. I explain how you can access those there. Finally, let's check out how everything sounds together.